Hello and welcome to my live. I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings, coming to you live on Tuesday the 12th of September at a very different time. So not surprisingly, I've only got, I think, one or two people watching, coming to you at 10 a.m. And my reason for doing that is I've had requests from people overseas to do a morning live. So I'm just doing this. There's no guarantee of me doing it again at this time or what have you, but I'm just doing that. I can't see any comments, so I can't actually see who's watching. If that's okay. Oh, here we go. Hi, Decky. How you going? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Robert. How are you? So I've got people watching from YouTube and Facebook land. So in case you don't know, I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. That's my website going across. You'll be able to see on my website my contact details, my social media, how to contact me, how to book a reading. There's a shop section. There's tour dates, seeing where I am. I'm currently in Victoria at the moment. I'm going to be in Sydney next month for the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, which I have a ticket for. And I can't find it. That's okay. I'm going to be at the Sydney Mind, Body, Spirit Festival on Thursday, the 12th of October to Sunday, the 15th of October. So that's basically where I am. I'm going to be located in a different stand. I believe it's A49. I'm going to be at near the main stage. So that's where I'll be. That's where I'll be next month at the Sydney Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. I then have a platform event coming up with Florence King and Ben Graham. So that's a 3-hour platform. First time the three of us have worked together. That's the following week after the MBS. So MBS is Thursday to Sunday. And then the following week on the 21st, Saturday, 21st of October, I'm going to be at Harbour Diggers in Freshwater doing the a charitable platform event. There's some lucky door prizes for people. There's 3 lucky door prizes, and there's also a portion of each ticket is sold as going to charity, but you'll hear a bit about that shortly. And that's the link of how to book. I will also show you the little banner. I'm just going to take myself off the video. So that's a little banner of how to book with me. Any inquiries for any of those things, you can contact me. So as you know, the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival has the exhibitor portals. You'll see a little slot on the left-hand side where you can email me to ask about bookings, or you can send me a text message because I'm taking bookings now for the Sydney Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. And also with the platform show, I'm already selling tickets. So we've been selling tickets so far for an evening with Spirit. And it's literally just that website there to book that through Try Booking. So that's where I'm going to be in October. I'm going to be in Sydney. And then in Melbourne on the Friday the 10th to Sunday the 12th of November, I'll be at the Melbourne Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, and there I'll be in my usual spot, B07, so, or around that area. So Sydney's the only one that's different. We're close to the main stage and in row A, and in Melbourne, B07. So for both of those events, Sydney or Melbourne, taking bookings now. I'm currently in Geelong, so if anyone would like a face-to-face reading in Geelong, I'm there for another 2 weeks while I'm doing something here. So basically that's where you can book and have a reading with me directly as well. I've seen about half a dozen clients here in Geelong. And then back to Melbourne, I'll be in central Melbourne in November, mid-November. So that's where I'm going, Sydney, Melbourne, coming up. And then obviously the new year and all the rest of it. I'm also going to be in Singapore the first week in October, and my phone number still applies. For those of you who don't know, in 2019, I attended a psychic fair in Malaysia, and I made contacts with Malaysia and Singapore, some people in the spiritual community. So I'm going to Singapore for a week in October, and I'm also enjoying a bit of a holiday as well. But yeah, you can contact me if you'd like to book a reading. All right, let me have a look. Hi, Tinker. How you going? Oh, thank you, Decky. Hi, Robert. Oh, beautiful. Where are you watching from, Michelle? I don't remember. Hi, hi, Nicole. I don't remember who, but I was saying if you just joined me a little bit late, you're welcome. I was just saying that I had requests from people overseas to do a morning live, so that's why I'm doing it. So I don't expect to see as many people as I do for the evening live, and I haven't been doing them regularly, so obviously people have dropped off, and that's completely fine. But just thought I'd do the live. So we have Cleveland, beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. So Tinker is going to be joining us at the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival doing readings, as well as Torspell. And Torspell will also be at the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival. And that for that reason, readings are available in Auslan, so in sign language. If you're deaf, or you know anyone who's deaf or hearing impaired and would like a psychic or a tarot reading in Auslan, then come to our stand. So A49 in Sydney next month, and then November B07. So that's what you can do. But yeah, that's basically where I'll be. Has anyone actually been to a platform mediumship event at all? By that, it could be at a spiritualist church or a paid event like we're doing in October. But that's basically, so what I do with this, I tend to do mostly psychic readings just in a live as just a snapshot, quick reading. And it's much the same as doing it through Psychic TV or doing it myself. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are doing these now. But I also like to have a bit of a spiritual question and answer. So if you've got any questions about how I do what I do, or if you're learning psychic development or mediumship, or you're somewhere in your spiritual journey and you want to ask me a question, this is a good format to ask me that question. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of notifications about things if you see my eyes looking. But yeah, that's basically what I do. I also do a spiritual book review, and I have actually just purchased some new oracle cards, and I'll be they're meant to be delivered today. So I'll sort of, and what I tend to do is say, these are my oracle cards I've got, or these are this, and then I basically draw out a picture, draw out an oracle card, and I give you a message from that. So any questions and answers that you've got, or any thoughts you've got about anything I've answered in the past. Also a bit of a spiritual book review, and then just live readings as well. Okay. Oh, hi, Anna. Thank you. I'm well, thanks. Hi, Nicole. So you've, all right. So I'd really love a message you've drawn, please, Rhonda. I want to say it's time for you, Nicole, to be creative. Like, what the exact message was, explore your creativity. There's a bit of a, what I'm seeing with you is like your hands sort of going out in front of you, and some spots are sticky, some spots are clean. You want to put your hands where the clean spots are, but it's okay to delve into the sticky spots, because you creatively problem solve by looking at it in your creative eyes. You'll be able to, the sticky spots will be less sticky, basically, is what I'm getting. So thank you for that, Nicole. And for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. My business name is Rhonda's Readings. I do psychic readings and mediumship readings, and answer any questions about your psychic journey. And if you would like your chance to have a reading, you've got to like and share the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and tell me that you've done that when you post your questions as well. So basically, I come to you from my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings, my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, as well as my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. I am also on other social media. I'm on LinkedIn and TikTok, Rhonda's Readings. I'm also on Instagram at Psychic Rhonda Kelly, and on Twitter at Rhonda Psychic. So I'm on a few other platforms as well. Oh, you've liked and shared. Thank you, Decky. All right, anything for you? Okay, there's a need for you to really step back and have patience, I feel. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit like you're quite, I don't want to say that you're anxious, but you've got a lot going on. You've got just so many different areas where you can focus your attention. And it's almost like you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, Decky, or feeling a bit like you're not sure where to start first or whether to finish things or start and stop. So I want to say to you, take a step back and be patient. And then it's kind of like whatever, after you've done that, what is the most immediate requires your attention first. So it's kind of a bit of, and as I'm tuning into you, I've just got some cordial. As I'm tuning into you, I feel like I can't speak. So there's a need for you to speak up about what needs to be done first. Thank you for that, Decky. Alrighty, so thank you for that. Let me have a look at Tinker. I received a message today regarding my appointment in October has been cancelled due to shortage of staff. To see if I'll get another appointment quickly. I only just came for the wait list for this appointment. I don't feel it's going to be quickly, but I'm still feeling like it's going to be in October. I feel like reaching out to them, and I want to say maybe call them a few times and speak to different people, but make sure you're on a cancellation list or that you're able to be seen in October, because I'm manifesting for this appointment for you. And I do feel like it'll be October, whether it's the last day in October or whatever that is. And I don't feel that I feel like the shortage of staff is just a cop-out. I don't actually feel like I don't feel like that's legit, actually. It's almost like when you phone and speak to different staff, you're aware that there's a lot of staff, kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm just being told be a bit creative in speaking to different people, or the department that governs that department or that clinic or whatever that is. All right, thanks for that, Tinker. All right, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, definitely bogus. Alrighty. Yeah, so for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. I also mentioned my tour dates. I've got the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival on the 12th to the 15th of October at the ICC in Darling Harbour. Then I have a Platform of Spirit on Saturday, 21st of October with Florence King and Ben Graham. So doing platform mediumship. It's raising money for charity. And then I have the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival on the 12th to the 15th. No, not the 12th. The 10th. Bear with me. I've just got that. Just getting my little picture up for me. 10th to the 12th of November. And before that, I'll be in Singapore for the first week in October. So I'm available for readings. Thanks, Tinker. All right. Let me have a look. Thank you for letting me know where you're living, Michelle. Thank you. I think I asked you that last time as well, so thank you for that. And how are people liking this time slot, 10 a.m.? It's actually really convenient for me, more convenient than evening. But it's basically just to help some of the overseas viewers that have requested it. All right, so Anne. Shared Rhonda, I like the man. I met him in a formal work environment. Do you see any romantic development for us? Or is he not interested? Yeah, I feel like he is interested. I'm feeling like just be patient. There's a lot of conservative energy there, and I feel like I want to say it's not knowing your place, it's knowing your timing. And I feel like put it out there, and I feel like he'll reciprocate is what I'm getting. Thank you for that, Anne. Great, thank you for that, Decky. I did read you, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks for that, Nan. Beautiful. Thank you, Michelle. I don't get to see him. Yeah, that's okay. And that's exactly what I got, that there's a need for patience and being conservative. Yeah, that's completely fine. Yeah, I just feel like it will happen. I mean, everyone's different. Like, I proposed to my husband, so everyone is different. So, and there's no right or wrong with that. It's not, but I do feel good about this guy. All right, Emily. Hi. Like and shared. Any messages, guidance would so be appreciated if you're drawn. Okay, that's interesting. You're another one where there's a need for patience. So that's interesting. It's a common theme. I'm feeling around work and money. There's a need. I don't know whether someone, and I'm seeing sort of legal paperwork that you would almost like an agreement a contract where you would sign and date it. I don't know whether someone around work or someone around making a financial decision is sort of like shoving a bit of paper in front of your face saying, you need to sign this today. What I'm being told with that, you don't need to, just be patient. Because if there's an opportunity that's too good to happen or whatever, then if it's presented to you today, it'll be presented to you next week or next month. I'm just being told, don't feel forced or pressured to rush a decision around work or money, or the money that brings in the work, or the work that brings in the money. So somehow they're related. So that could be a person that's connected to two of them, or whatever that is. But just doesn't feel. Yeah, it just feels like it doesn't need to be as complicated or pressured in what the proposition is to you. And I also, Emily, want you to take charge of your own money. And you probably think, well, I am, but I feel like this is relevant in the intention of the person. Is that there's a bit of a, there's just a need for you to take control and make decisions and allow things to happen at the time you want them to happen. Thanks, Emily. Yes, and I think you will. Hi, Katrina. If you're new to this page, you do need to like and share the video and let me know you've done that if you would like a reading. And you're lucky it's fairly quiet. I don't normally do this time slot. Okay. All right. So I'm just scrolling back up the top to look at the comments. Does anyone have any questions about what I do, or how long I've been doing this, or any questions about spiritual readings or any spiritual guidance or anything like that? Okay, and I know Robert has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Any messages from mum or dad if you're inspired? Okay, Robert. I don't know whether you're feeling heavy chested, or there's a suddenly felt like I couldn't breathe, like my chest was too heavy. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what's playing up with your breathing or whatever that is, but like if it's a new smell or new something in the house, just get rid of it, is what I'm getting. I'm not feeling anything bad medically. I just feel like just get it. It might be a metaphor for get it off your chest, kind of thing. There's a feeling of kind of frustration with you, Robert. I don't know who you're frustrated with or what circumstance you're frustrated with, but don't give them that power. It's not worth it, is what I'm getting. Thank you for that, Robin. Are you planning to move or something? Because there's a talk about a house move or an opportunity for that as well. Okay. Hi, Alison. How are you going? Oh, you have liked and shared? Beautiful. Thank you, Katrina. Okay. Can you give me insight on new love or reconciliation with S? I do feel like there's a reconciliation, but I'm not feeling a loving energy. Actually, I feel a bit confused, or almost like, oh God, that's too complicated. I don't want that anymore. That's what I'm feeling around that reconciliation. I feel like the new love is more you loving yourself more, is what I'm getting. So probably not answering your question the way you want me to, but that's what I'm getting, Katrina. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you for confirming that. A messy legal property issue, Emily. Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, I'm not giving legal advice here. I just feel that, like, make sure you get independent legal advice from the other party, but also please don't be forced to sign something, and be told that there's a time period, because I feel like that's just a time period imposed by another person, not one according to law, or not one. So yeah, you've got to just be patient, check the facts, check that it's in your best interest. Thank you, Emily. Okay, so I've got a Facebook user saying, hi, Rhonda. Just so that you know, you've got to click on the StreamYard/Facebook link in my description below, and then you will be basically giving Facebook permission to show you're giving StreamYard permission to show your Facebook name, because otherwise I don't know who you are. Okay, hi Alison, how you going? Good to see you. All right, loved and shared. Termination notice 1st of October. Do you think the landlord will change your mind? I missed the phone call from the fruit shop for the job. Will I still get it? Fruit shop one, I feel just phone them and speak to them, or even just go there. If you get, it's almost like they'll play hard to get on the phone, but just go there direct, or you'll show that you mean business. And I literally feel like they've got other applicants, so just try to do that quickly. That's what I'm getting. I don't feel the landlord will change her mind, but I do feel like the date's flexible. So I'm just, I feel it's important for you to just keep the lines of communication open, Alison, and just speak about that, and just say what time frame you need, or what you need to do in order to get a new place. Thank you, Alison. It's interesting. Sorry, just having. It's really interesting. That's been a common thing in my readings of people struggling to find accommodation, or just suddenly needing to find accommodation when they thought everything was stable. So it's interesting. I'm not sure what's in that energy, but change is okay. Hi Heather, how you going? Is it Philip, Heather? I'm not sure. You probably don't want me to say it that way, but I don't know if it's that Heather. But if it is that Heather, let me know in Australia where you are. Okay, so I'm just having a look. Just seeing I've got, and there's no guarantee of having a reading. It's just who I'm drawn to. Luckily, it's fairly, beautiful. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, it's just who I'm drawn to. Where are you? Where are you guys, by the way? Are you? I don't want to say where you are, but are you still where you were living, or are you where your daughter's living? Okay, I'm just having a look. Oh, Robert says, I've been a waiting list from a social housing provider and have been waiting for a place to become available. I'm lactose intolerant and I get congestion sometimes. All right, thank you, Robert. Oh, still in Darwin. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so thank you, World Divine Studio. If you would like to like or share the video, and then I'll be able to do your reading. I'll just share a funny story with you, Heather. I played pool. Tim and I stayed somewhere in, I think it was Port Macquarie, and it was a pool table. And it was wonky as it was basically on an angle. The little triangle just didn't fit all of the balls. Like it was quite fit 5 of them in it, so it was really strange. And yeah, no, it was just bizarre trying to play pool when there was a tilt. There was actually 2 tilts on the pool table. It was, yeah, very strange. All right, thank you, Robert. All right, Alison. So I moved 3 times in 7 months. I was away at a funeral, not near home, and they called, but I didn't recognise the number. I need a job to have them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating for people looking for accommodation and having to. Thank you, Alison. I appreciate your time as well. Hope you won. I'm not sure what. Oh, Paul. Yeah, sorry. No, I didn't actually. I lost terribly. But it was quite funny. But I got a lot of free points, and yeah, so it was good. But it was a lot of fun. It was just a very wonky table. Alrighty. Yeah, so for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. I have the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival in Darling Harbour on the 12th to the 15th. 12th to the 15th of October. Before that, I'll be in Singapore for the first week in October, available for readings. Then, first week in October, Singapore, 12th to the 15th of October, Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. And then Saturday, 21st of October, I'm doing a charity platform event in Freshwater with Florence King and Ben Graham. We're doing platform mediumship. Then on the 10th to the 12th of November, I'll be at the Mind Body Spirit Festival in Melbourne. So a little bit busy events coming up. If you're interested in booking any of those, that's my details, or it's my phone number, or you can look at my details on the website below, rhondasreadings.com. I also am doing bookings for the Evening with Spirit on the 21st of October. That's my booking link. Yeah, so that's basically about that. And for the Mind Body Spirit Festival, we actually have readings available in Auslan in sign language as well. Thank you, Anne. Oh, right. Oh, sorry to hear that, Heather. I'm being told it'll be slow, and I feel like you'll have pain or tenderness in the other leg from the knee down as your body's walking differently, is what I'm told. But I do. I feel like I want to say be careful of the physio. And not giving you medical advice, Heather, but I'm being told to make sure the physio is gentle, or there's someone. So if someone just like grabs your leg and massages it and it's painful, I just feel someone who's going to almost like ease you into the massage or whatever that is. So that's what I'm being shown about that. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so yeah, if you would like a reading, or a chance to have a reading, please like and share the video and let me know that you've done that before you ask your question or with your question. Oh, thank you for that. So yeah, I do phone readings and Zoom readings. So that's my website, rhondasreadings.com. That's my phone number. So the easiest is probably just to text me, say, hi, I'm Bob. I'm interested in booking a phone reading. When are you next available? I do have, I may not be available on the day that you contact me or at the time that you contact me, particularly if I'm not answering my phone, because I'm probably on the phone doing readings. I obviously don't have anyone booked this morning, so I've kept that aside to do this live. But yeah, it's easiest just to text me and ask when I'm next available to do a reading. I have different payment options. You can pay via bank transfer or credit card over the phone, or if you feel more secure, you're welcome to look at my shop, rhondasweddings.com/shop, and you'll be able to book in a reading, like book and pay for the reading time. And I do have on my website, you can pay via PayPal or credit card. You will also can pay directly via PayPal, but I just find it easier to book and pay by bank transfer or credit card. So yeah, certainly different payment options. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate that. Same to you and P and M. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Christine. Okay, let me, beautiful. Thank you, Michelle. You've liked and shared. Okay. Someone sent me gifts with black cats on it, and it's not my birthday. I asked a few people if they sent it, and they said no. Can you tell me who sent the gifts? I'm being shown a male. I'm seeing a male's hands, and I feel like it was personable, and it was done with kindness. I feel like there was an R name, like a Rog or Ron. That's all I'm getting, but I feel like that's abbreviated for his name. And I feel like he was, he's connected to you. He was a former neighbor or is a neighbor, or like there's people in the current house, but he's left. So it's a feeling of he's not always living near you, but he's aware of where they're living compared to you. So that's all I feel it was from. And so it'll be interesting to see if you can remember if it was there was postage on it or it was just a parcel left in your house, because I feel like there was a neighbour connection there. And I just feel that the black cats, I feel like he saw these cats, and I'm seeing these cats that have got really almost ridiculous facial expression. You know, when you sometimes look at cats and dogs and you think, my God, what on earth are you thinking? Like, because their eyes and like they just look, not that they look sick or anything, but they just look like something's really quite strange. So pay closer attention to the faces of the cats that you were given, because I feel like he saw that and thought it was funny and wanted to send that to make you laugh. So yeah, that's really interesting. But thank you for that, Michelle. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Hello, I'm Nessa. You do need to like and share if you would like a reading. Okay. All right. So I'm just scrolling up to see if I've missed anything in the comments. So if anyone has any other questions or they'd like to know anything about being a psychic or being a medium. Okay. All right. So yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm RHONDA KELLY. My business name is Rhonda's Readings. I am going to be in Sydney in October, or Singapore in first week in October, Sydney 12th to the 15th of October, the Darling Harbour Mind Body Spirit Festival. I'm going to be in Melbourne the 10th to the 12th of November after that. And for those of you who don't know, I've got a platform event coming up with Florence King and Ben Graham. So I'm just going to remove myself. That's the little promo for that. And if you would like to book a ticket for that evening, you can look on Try Booking, or you could also look on Ocean Wings. So I've got it for sale on both of my websites. Hi, Heather. Yeah, absolutely. It's really trusting your instincts. And you know, how many times have you been in a situation, you've been on a date or something and thought, oh wow, he's a heartbreaker, and sure enough he's broken your heart. Or you know, you've been driving and you've felt the need to go somewhere to find a parking spot, and you drive around and then you end up back where you thought you should have gone in the first place. Like that's your spirit guides giving you guidance, just to trust your instincts. So being psychic is really just fine tuning that. And I use all my senses. So I hear, see, smell, feel, taste. I get things in different ways. And for example, I never used to hear spirit. I was able to hear my brother after he died, and he told me that I was in danger. So I listened to that. And then I thought later, well, if I can hear him when I'm in danger, then I'm basically able to hear. So I've got clairaudience. And now I hear quite well. Not all, there's some psychics that are quite say, how do you hear? How do you do this? But a lot of, you certainly can fine tune your hearing. And I hear almost with every reading. For example, clairvoyance, you practice what's in an envelope that you can't see. Or you receive a letter and you before you even look at who it's from, you try to see psychically what's in the letter. So you can play psychic games to practice. And it's really, the main thing is have the confidence to trust what you're getting. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I have. I was a bit of an unusual child. Actually, as a child, I actually thought adults were stupid because they didn't know things that were going to happen. So I had premonitions, I had dreams that came true. And I knew things about my school teachers, and I knew when my school teachers were lying. So that was a little interesting. Some of the things being Sagittarius, some of the things I said to people. But yeah, that's. But I didn't. It certainly wasn't encouraged through childhood. But I was able to. I was able to fine tune it. Through psychic development lessons, but also through my own teaching. Also, when I lived in the UK in my mid-20s, I really connected with spiritual people in the spiritual community. So that was quite, and also being away from home, I thought, I could just ask questions and I can go and learn about that. So yeah, that's how I learned about being psychic, and then obviously was doing psychic readings. And the first place I actually did readings was at the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival. So that was a bit confronting, very long time ago. But I did that. I was doing the bookings for someone else, so that was quite interesting. All right. Thanks, Wild Divine Studio. I've loved and shared. My elder son doesn't speak to me since not long after he got engaged. I loved his fiancée, we were friends. Now they've just had a baby and still no contact. I'm devastated. Any insights so much needed. I'm really doing it tough at the moment. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's her, actually. I don't feel like your son is. It's interesting. The word controlled isn't completely relevant. I feel like it's her and it's her family, and I feel like he's feeling obliged to do that or to exclude you. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm also feeling like there's a bit of misinformation about you, and it feels like it's quite controlling, but I don't feel like your son feels he's in that. So yeah, it is quite tough. I do feel like there'll be contact. And is there a child? Have they had a child, or are they? And they're wanting more children. There's something I'm seeing 2 children actually with them. I don't feel like there'll be contact this year, but I feel like there will be next year. But I'm drawn to sort of mid next year actually. So it's really, really tough for you actually. But I don't feel like you can do anything physically at the moment. I mean, you can certainly spiritually, you can manifest, imagine they're coming to your house for dinner, or you're holding the children, or you're giving him a hug, or giving her a hug, or something like that. You can certainly do that and send him healing and protection, is what I'm getting. But yeah, I don't feel like you've done anything wrong. I just feel like it's the circumstance he's married into. But thank you for that. Hi, Lenny. How you going? Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Lenny. Okay. So, yeah. So certainly, if you would like to book for the Sydney MBS next month, or the Melbourne MBS in November, that's my phone number. So I'm in Geelong for 2 more weeks. Then I'm going back up to, actually, no, I'm not. Then I'm going to Singapore for 2 weeks, but I'm available in that first week in October for readings. Then I'll be in Sydney for the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, so taking bookings. Then I'll be doing the platform with Spirit, an evening with Spirit. So that's the 21st of October. So if you'd like to book for that, still got tickets available. That's the booking link for that. Then going to the Melbourne Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, the 10th to the 12th of November. So I'm doing that, by the way. And if you'd like to book in for that, that's where you'll see me. I've got some other things coming up later in the year and next year, but I won't sort of reveal that until a bit later on. All right, so let me have a look. Okay, so you've told me you've shared the video, Nessa. All right. We'll love a reading if you're drawn, please, and thank you. I want you to be have more time being still in your own mind. It just feels like there's a lot of people around you and a lot of noise around you, and that's completely fine. But there's value in you stepping back and being quiet and reflecting. It's almost like you're energetically, you need a catch up, or you need that grounding just to be on your own, is what I'm getting. Because I'm really drawn to red with you, and I'm feeling like you need a bit more grounding. And I feel like the best way for you to do that is be on your own and be outside as well. Like, go for a walk in a park or something like that. Thank you for that. I also want to say, I don't know who around you has a bit of drug use or substance abuse, but there's, try not to get bogged down with the words of other people if they don't make sense, because, you don't know what is going on to make them not make sense. So don't think about it too much, but just step away from that and you'll get clarity. Thank you, Nessa. All right. Well, thank you so much for that today. I realise that I'm at a completely different time slot, and it's a bit, it's a bit different. But I appreciate your time for the people that have come and watched. And yeah, so I've kept you up to date with my tour dates and what I'm doing basically. But so I'm in Victoria at the moment near Melbourne, and I'll be basically in Sydney, Singapore. So I'm doing a bit of touring because that's obviously what I do with my brand, Rhonda's Readings. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'll say goodbye for now. I'm just looking for my little banner. Yeah, I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll probably be doing another live in a couple of weeks' time. But if you do have any questions, or you'd like to book, or you want to refer me to booking, please just give them my phone number on my website, rhondasreadings.com. Please be mindful that it is me, Rhonda Kelly. You'll be able to see on my website all of my social media, my Google business page. So my Google business page is Rhonda's Readings in Ashmore, because that's where I have a post office box when I am based in Queensland and touring Queensland. So basically, just make sure it is me if you'd like to have a reading with me, Rhonda's Readings. And that's the easiest way of doing, just giving my phone number. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. All right, I'll say goodbye.